Today we're going to be looking at some chronic online people who need help. If you don't know what a chronic online person is, it's basically somebody who spends too much time online and they start to turn into a professional victim.
We're getting this month's chronically online list a day early because I was not filming this after work tomorrow. Good God, you'd think for the shortest month of the year I would not have a list this long, but you guys just lost your minds this month on the internet, so really want to get this into 2 parts, so let's not waste time. Starting off strong with the non-binary person who believes they're the reincarnation of a certain dictator and also has an egg-laying fetish. People tagged me this one so much I just couldn't ignore it. It had to be number 1. But anyone who was on Tumblr back in the day knows that this is not an isolated event. People have been doing this for a while. If you're a woman on the internet, it's perfectly normal and expected for people to make graphic content of you, and you should get off the internet if you don't like it. I get that a lot of men were saying this just to be edgy, but what made it so chronically in line was the amount of men saying this and then going on to tweet about the male loneliness epidemic. And I'm sorry, but co-opting a movement like that and blaming the world on the reason you can't get any female attention when women can smell out weirdos like this from a mile away, that is peak chronically online behavior. This isn't even a bad take or anything, but you can still have a piss cake and sell high-end jewelry. None of these words are in the Bible. I just think it's so much funnier out of context too, sorry. Acknowledging that young women and girls are sometimes coerced into abusive sexual dynamics ignores women's agency. Now, first of all, I know how dog whistles work. I know the kind of people who are using this to groom young women into their movement. I get that. People were really mad about this and saying this is turf rhetoric, like the person saying this is an awful person. So I went to their account, and the first thing in their bio was that they're an anti-turf account. And it's really sad because, like, I wish there was more of a space for young women to talk about stuff like this, but the people with no reading comprehension just kind of end up ruining it for the lot of us. At number 5, we have the creator who was told to stop speaking Spanish because they were colonizing the language. Have you heard of this little country called Spain? Why do you think most of Central and South America speak Spanish? This is the only time I'm going to mention that game, but we got this wonderful quote from someone on Facebook. I get the hatred for JKR, but for God's sake, stop spoiling the game for people that's being equally Dude, that's where you drew the line. You would not survive being a fan of any other popular media, like, on the internet at all. This was the only time I'm taking something from my comment section because it was too easy, but we had the person who came in defending the lesbophobic take from last month and saying anti-fem rhetoric is rooted in misogyny. I am begging you to learn some LGBT history, like actually begging. Like, stop assigning online discourse things to real life lesbian relationships. It just doesn't work like that. It doesn't. And actually go out and meet some real life lesbians because your life will be so much better for it. Go to part 2.
Okay, so that was part 1. It was 2 minutes 45 seconds. We don't have part 2 and I don't want to read part 2. Oh my god, so that was a lot. Yeah, people online are very, very bizarre, aren't they? But if we scroll back to the beginning, I want to talk about this one. The non-binary person who believes they're a reincarnation of Hitler and also has an egg-laying fetish. First of all, what is an egg-laying fetish? What are you, hen? That's the person I think it is. I'm pretty sure I've seen their TikToks. They literally were dressing up as him. Like, why would you want to dress up as a racist, homophobic, transphobic, anti-Semitic dictator? These people are weird. You should add the person who said that the creator making a cute outfit based around her sclerosis brace was romanticizing sclerosis. How is she romanticizing sclerosis? I'm pretty sure most people who got sclerosis don't want sclerosis.
I think one of the biggest things that I hate with this generation is how chronically online 90% of you guys are. 90% of you guys make things into problems that really do not need to be problems. Like, just shut the fuck up. Two of my mutuals, not gonna name names if you know, are in relationships with other people, and they posted a video together, and everyone's like, I thought you were with, I thought you were, You guys ever heard of Friends? Oh, sorry, you're chronically online. I wouldn't expect you to know. This is my impression of if I was a doctor for Gen Z. So what do you think it is, doc? Is it bad?
It appears you're chronically online. As your doctor, I'm gonna prescribe you to go outside, grass.
What is that?
That's the sun. Get sun.
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting because a lot of people do make a load of noise about nothing. That reminds me of the thing I seen an LGBT person doing recently. Look, I love the LGBT community, but there's some stupid people in our community. I seen someone who wanted to paint the front of like a mosque, the walkway, the stairs up to a mosque, a rainbow color, like the gay flag. And it's like, why? Like, why are you doing that? I'm telling you, these people want to be discriminated against. These people actually want people to hate them. It's like, it's just so weird. It's like they do too much, which like actually, you know, hurts us. And yet again, with like the whole friendship thing, I posted TikToks with some of my friends and people are like, oh my god, they're secretly in a relationship. Or I've seen other TikToks where, you know, someone's got a girlfriend, but like they're also with their best friend. All the comments are like, oh my god, if I were your girlfriend, I would not let you post this. And it's like, I'm pretty sure his girlfriend is fine with him posting funny videos with his friend. I thought you were going to talk about the chronically online men who say bubblegum pink in every video with women. Yeah, I've seen that. It's like, oh, that's just weird. If you don't know what that means, I'm pretty sure they're talking about, you know, private. I've seen people commenting that on TikToks with minors.
I'm sorry, but some of you guys are so dumb. So I've always been a big fan of Melanie Martinez. So I was watching just a little edit video of her, and I was noticing she looked a little bit more voluptuous than usual, but I didn't think anything of it. And so I checked the comments as I always do on every video, I see what people are saying. This is a search bar, right? Melanie Martinez gaining weight. She has gained weight, I will say that. Everyone in the comments is saying how awful the search bar is. Now, this search bar does not say anything negative. Melanie Martinez gaining weight. It's a fact. She has, okay? Nowhere does it say that that is negative or a bad thing, but you lot in the comments saying how awful and how bad that search bar is making it a bad thing. Why the f*** is her gaining weight so controversial to you lot? No one says that that's a bad thing to gain weight, but you lot in the comments making it offensive is what's going to offend her if she checks the comments. Because if everyone in the comments just went, oh yeah, she has gained weight, she still looks great though, but you lot in the comments are making it a bad thing that she's gained weight. The search bar, Melanie Martinez weight gain, leave her alone. You are making it offensive. You are saying in the comments that it's a negative thing to gain weight. There is no negative connotations here. The only negative connotations are here. The only people being negative about her gaining weight are you lot, but you're trying to sugarcoat it as being defensive. There's nothing to defend because apparently to you guys, there's nothing wrong with gaining weight. So why is there a problem with pointing it out? She has gained weight. She still looks great, period. But you lot going, don't say she's gained weight. Why? She has. She still looks great. So you've just yourselves there.
I think a lot of times when people are also narcissists, it's like they'll take something and make it about themselves. I mean, don't get me wrong, if she was maybe having body problems, I could understand if she maybe saying, you know, weight gain. But it's like, it's normal, you know, it's normal to gain weight. They make it out like it's negative. And also I swear with them commenting that, like they make it worse. They'll make that search bar pop up for more videos. The fact that gaining weight is always an insult is just unbelievable. Exactly, and it's also the fact that they take it and twist it into something that it's not. It's like, who cares? Common sense actually isn't that common. I mean, yeah, if these people aren't going to be common, I feel like it just shouldn't be pointed out. There's just no point. I mean, I agree with you, but I don't think then people realize by them commenting that they're gonna literally make it even more popular. Think of it, I don't know, let's say Connor White chicken, people keep searching that's gonna pop up in the search bar of all my TikToks. That's the way TikTok works, I'm pretty sure. It's like they'll take a video and take the comments and then make, you know, them comments a search bar thing. I don't know how it happens. It does something like that. It just kind of surprises me that these are actual people. Like the people in the comments are real people.
What's the most chronically online take that you saw this week? I'll go first.
I don't even know if this counts, but I'm gonna share it anyway, just because it's kind of just mind-boggling. I had somebody comment on one of my TikToks last night, something along the lines of, I was trying to watch my Queen Dylan Mulvaney, and then your slug face invaded the screen, and that I should apologize for my slug face. I thought that was hilarious, so I click on their profile, and one of their videos was titled POV, Bundy cutely confesses to Dahmer. And it was captioned something like, this is so cute, like I actually ship it. So that told me all I needed to know about that person. So yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know who the second person is, but I know who Jeffrey Dahmer is. I'm gonna assume that was gonna be one of his, like, possible victims. Yet again, it's just weird. It's like, if you don't want to see her face, then click off the video. I just don't understand. It's like these people have too much time.
Who are you listening to? Really? She's cancelled?
Oh no!
Yeah, she got cancelled about a week ago. So that's 7 days for you to wipe her music from your phone. And if you don't, you're part of the problem. Why was she cancelled? I don't see how that's relevant. It takes 30 minutes to read the Twitter thread about it. Point is, we actually have it so lucky as cis women. Like, we don't have to go to war, we don't have to hide from an earthquake, and all you seem to care about is the fact that he's not texted you back. I'm allowed to wear my hair like this, okay? Because it's not cultural appropriation, it's cultural appreciation. Do you even know the difference? No, I don't have any gay friends, but it's a spectrum and we're all on it. And you can live in denial if you want. I just think as a Western country, we need to do better. How could I do better? I don't think I could. I think I'm perfect.
Stop breathing. I'm so sorry, everything in that video went in one ear and out the other. Yet again, I feel like these people say a lot of stuff without actually saying anything. And yet again, with that whole artist getting cancelled, it's always in Twitter. Twitter's just such an echo chamber. It's like there'll be a video of them saying like the F's are like 20 years ago, and it's like, me personally, I don't care. You know, if they said homophobic stuff, as long as they apologise and, you know, realise it wasn't good, like change the way they speak, you know, I'm fine with that, I'm not gonna cancel them. It's just so delusional. It's like quite crazy to think people are actually like her. Like, that's a POV, but people are actually like that. She's cancelled, and so would we be if anyone ever saw the group chat. Oh my god, yeah. Some of the things that these people say, Lord almighty, they're talking about cancelling people. You're gonna get cancelled one day, sweetheart. Twitter is an echo chamber. The algorithm makes it look like everyone else is on your side. They need to realise that it's not everyone agreeing. That's just so true, because Twitter is just an echo chamber of echo chamber. It's like you can be cancelled on Twitter, but you'll not be cancelled in real life. That's like quite scary, though, because there's so much misinformation, especially in politics, fandoms, etc. And that right there is why I try my best to stay off Twitter.
You need to ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your white friend. Not be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans. Don't let them think they're a good white person.
Hey, just because you're not white doesn't mean you can just say whack whenever you feel like it. That's still racist.
Yeah, I seen that girl's TikTok a while ago, and it's like, Lord almighty, I could not imagine being friends with someone like that. And she also had a friend who defended her, was like a white girl. And she was like, you know, all white people were disgusting. It's like, just shut up, stop being like that. I can't stand whenever I see a white person putting other white people down. Why? Like, you're literally being an activist online, stop being dumb. I just don't understand it. It's like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't like choose my friends based off skin color. I don't have any friends. But the only time I'll ever ask my friends if I can bring someone along is if like they're not invited. For example, if I'm going out with friend A and I want to bring friend B, I'll ask friend A if I can also bring friend B. Does that make sense? I feel like it does and doesn't. I feel like that girl's also the type of girl where you could literally walk up to her and be like, oh my god, I'm having such a good day, and she'll be like, well, I'm not. And it's like, oh god, what's going on with you? I consider myself a leftist for a lot of reasons, but whenever people say unhinged stuff like this, I just feel so defeated. Yeah, exactly, let's talk about it. I feel like whenever it comes to politics, you know, there's the right, the left, and then the delusional right, delusional left. I feel like she's definitely in the victim complex delusional left. It's the same with right, you know, you got the MAGA idiots. I'm telling you right now, if they got rid of the MAGA people, the right would have like a possibility of winning elections. I just have a feeling that that girl's definitely an online radical person. It's just so sad though, because they live in a depressing victim complex world. She's absolutely the one friend whose friends have to ask their other friends if it was okay to bring her along. Yeah, I mean, if I was ever gonna hang out with someone and she was coming along, I'd absolutely say no.
Most chronically online take that you saw this.
Okay, for whatever reason, I could not stitch her original video. I'm not sure if she deleted it or what, but I love this question because I saw the wildest the other day and it's bothered me. I was gonna make a video about it, but I wasn't in the right frame of mind to argue with people, but we gonna talk about it today. I get tired of people coming on here lying about their lives and lying about that doesn't even make sense in any basis of reality. Because y'all really let somebody jump on here and say, well, when you bring your token white friend around your non-white friends, you need to, you know, ask everybody's permission and let them know that you're bringing a white person around, because what if people don't want to be around white shenanigans? What? A lot of y'all have picked up on the fact that talking about white people and dragging white people and talking about how problematic white people are and checking white people and all this that y'all only do on the internet because you don't do it in real life. You realize it gets you attention and views and clicks and hee-hees and ha-has and high fives. The way some of y'all talk, you would think you were living in freaking the Jim Crow South, you know, pre-integration, or the apartheid in South Africa, the way y'all be talking about race relations. It makes me sick because y'all don't be saying shit and y'all be making stuff up just so you can have a little stake in the conversation on the Oppression Olympics. It bothers me. And the thing is, there are people on this app that are actually trying to do anti-racist work. And they're trying to educate people and trying to help people unpack their internalized racism or sexism or homophobia or whatever it is. And they can't do that. Not to the ability that they should be able to, because there's people on here making shit up just so they can have something to talk about. Y'all make me sick. And then the kicker for me is this person said this wild ass thing and then made their account private. You shouldn't even be allowed to do that. If you say some crazy shit that you get dragged for, you need to be able to take that dragging because you said it with your whole chest.
hands down the most chronically online, most ridiculous, most out of touch thing that I have seen in quite some time. And I'm not gonna argue with nobody about this because I said what I said.
So you know the girl who's talking about token white friends, she got dragged in the internet a few months ago. But it's so interesting because I've noticed a lot of times it's very privileged people who say stuff like that. And yet again, it's just like, why? It's like then people are just such Debbie Downers. That also does remind me of crazy LGBT people, because there's some people out there who just do so much damage to the community. And then it's like, you know, homophobic people use them and kind of like paint the whole LGBT community as them. There's like so many delusional TikToks I see where it's just like delusion. You look at it and you think, what? And it's like people would take them videos and be like, oh my god, look, this is what the LGBT community's like. It's like, no, we're not. Like, we don't want to be like them. This is why we need to get rid of radicals, because I'm telling you, they're making everyone's life worse. The girl that was mad that Drew Barrymore was running in the rain, oh my god, that's another one. I think Drew's like an actor. Basically, she was running for the rain and a girl stitched her and she was like, no, you know. I'll put it up on the screen right now.
You and I both know.
It's like, why are you so mad? She was trying to say that like she was doing that like during like Black History Month or something like that. I don't know. It's just like they're complaining for no reason. I was just thinking they were American take. Me sitting here in Ireland not understanding America in general. It's like a different planet. I mean, yeah, but you also do have to keep in mind a lot of stuff does start, and I know I always have a go at Americans in a jokey way. I don't actually hate you. But stuff starts over there and then it trickles into other countries, because in the UK, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and it's mainly due to people online. It's not just Americans, it's everyone. It's like these people, they basically are like a virus. They're starting to infect us all. The scariest part for me was I saw that video early and all the comments agreed with her. Imagine if it was the other way around. Exactly, and all the people in the comments are victims. Like, they're literally professional victims. She was talking about the oppression Olympics. That's literally what it is. It makes me so nervous about our future. They've gone so far left that they're back on the right, solving nothing, only creating more division. Exactly, took the words right out of my mouth. It's like them people, the chronic online people, they make it worse. Like, they're literally making life harder for people. I don't actually think they want people to be together. They just want people to be divided, and so weird. Yes, it's weird. I've been called white. Okay, so if you look at that girl's profile picture, it's a black woman. I've noticed that a lot. It's like a lot of times with black people online, especially like on TikTok, if they talk a certain way, all the comments are like, oh my god, you're a white person. Like, why are you talking like a white person? There was another TikTok I seen a while ago and it was like a black guy with a white girl, obviously in love. And all the comments were like black people just being so horrible to him. It's just so weird. It's like, why? Like, why do you care if he's dating a white girl? I just don't know. It's like these people need to get offline. Like, they're actually so hateful. Why are they so angry? If a black person wants to date a white person, let them do it. If a white person wants to date a black person, let them do it. I just don't understand. It's like these people have too much time online.
I saw someone make a list of chronically online takes that they think are going to surface in 2023 or like resurface and stuff. I forget who the creator is, but I have the video saved. I'm going to tag them in the caption. And I thought that was the funniest prompt ever. And so my boyfriend and I came up with a couple different chronically online takes that we think are going to be circling in 2023. The first one is wanting to have a stable income before you have a baby is classist. And I feel like the argument for this is going to be like, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with living in, like, poverty. There's nothing wrong with living in,
who wants to live in poverty?
You know, like, situations like that. Like, why would you not want your baby to grow up like that? Anyways, moving on. I think people are going to say that couples with a large height gap are closeted pedos or, like, are, like, pedo baiting on, like, social media. And, like, this one's definitely already been talked about before. There was that one, like, basketball player and her, like, little, like, girlfriend. I think they, like, broke up now. But that was, like, a big thing for a good minute there. And I just feel like it's going to be more in 2023 because, you know, height gaps have always been, like, a thing in relationships, especially in, like, heterosexual ones. But I think that's going to be a bigger thing. Like, I think people are going to start taking that a lot more seriously than they did before. Or that the couple, like, themselves are, like, closeted, like, pedos or something. Like, the taller one is, like, a closeted, like, pedophile and stuff. The next one, this one I actually saw on a comment of that video. Someone's gonna say that making, like, longer videos, like 3 minutes, like, plus, is ableist for people with, like, ADHD or, like, attention, you know, deficit disorders or, like, whatever. Just, like, any neurodivergency that has to do with having, like, a shortened, like, attention span. Branching off of that, I think people are gonna say that adding songs to, like, Instagram stories is ableist for, like, the deaf community and stuff. Basically just, like, any advancement of, like, oh, adding any other types of, like, sentence to, like, anything is going to be ableist in some, like, way, shape, or form. Next one is, like, dyeing your hair, like, any, like, natural color, like, oh, like, ginger, dark brown, blonde, blah, 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 is gonna be, like, cultural appropriation. This one kind of branches off of the, like, oh, white people shouldn't get braids, and white people shouldn't do blah, 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 like, with their hair, which makes sense. Like, that argument makes sense, but I feel like people are gonna try to stretch it, like, farther. And they're gonna be like, oh, if you dye your hair ginger, you're culturally appropriating, and blah, 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 and you're doing this. And it's kind of already going on, like, people, like, yelling at, like, black people for wearing, like, blonde wigs and stuff. Like, that's already kind of an argument, but I feel like it's gonna get worse.
I won't lie, I kind of disagree with that hair thing. I think if you're getting indulged in the culture, there's no issue with it as long as you're being respectful. If you go to foreign countries, they want to do your braids. Like, they want you to be immersed in the culture. You know, if you immerse yourself in the culture and then are disrespectful and, you know, mocking it, that's different. But a lot of times whenever it comes to culture appropriation, it's got to do with, you know, like black culture and like Chinese culture. But it's like them people who are like calling out people for culture appropriation, you know, the victim, they immerse themselves in other culture. And it's like people like to pick and choose what is good and bad about culture, like what you can and can't do. At the end of the day, if you want to enjoy a culture, do it. You know, as long as you're not being disrespectful, just be respectful. If you want to immerse yourself in Irish culture and become super Irish and, you know, do loads of Irish things, do it. Just be respectful. Same with Chinese, black, African, literally any culture, just be respectful.
My boyfriend came up with the last one. He's gonna say that people of color shouldn't get abortions because it's eugenics. I don't want to elaborate anymore. I just think those are gonna, like, I think 2023 is gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun seeing all of these. And I feel like most of them, if Twitter is still around, are going to happen on Twitter or probably TikTok, honestly. TikTok is like the breeding ground for chronically online takes, and I think this is gonna be big.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of these things always occur on TikTok and Twitter. Maybe them two platforms need to get deleted. But can we talk about the first one, want to have a stable income before having a baby, is classes. A lot of people who say that it's classes did not grow up in poverty. You do not want to grow up poor or in poverty. It's not fun. You know, you don't have any toys, you live in a very, you know, small house, you don't have enough food. It's not classes, it's the truth. I just don't understand why people always find an issue with that. It's like, if you're gonna have a child and you financially cannot take care of yourself, don't bring a human into this world, don't get pets. It's not classist. It's called doing the right thing. If you can't take care and feed yourself, how are you gonna take care and feed a baby? You're not. I may add mine. I think people are gonna say that the term chronically online is offensive to people who struggle with chronic diseases or something. People with chronic diseases probably don't care. It's the self-diagnosed ones. It's like a lot of these chronic online people are always self-diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and it's like what they just need to do is go out and go for a walk. The fact that all of these already sound like something that's already been said, exactly like they basically have been. That's the way these people are.
Y'all, I found this Twitter account called Gen C Moments. Y'all need to look at this. My mom said I can't spend all my birthday money on Dream merch. It's literally only because I'm Dream gender. Ah! Trigger warning, school and Dream phobia. Please stay safe. Today at my school, my friend said she didn't like Dream. I was so angry. I got up in front of the class and said, "You may not like Dream, but he saved my life. I was at my lowest point, but this channel saved me. Sorry if that's not good enough for you." And then everyone started to slowly clap, and my teacher made her go to guidance. My teacher helped me after class and said, "I love Dream too." Needless to say, I got an A+ in the class. I'm glad that people are finally acknowledging that Steve is clearly a POC. But now that we all know that if you keep Steve as your Minecraft avatar as a white person, you are participating in digital blackface. Why is sex sexualized? Like it's just people reproducing. Does anybody know a disorder I could self-diagnose as that isn't too weird, but lets me say slurs? Is bleaching your hair blonde phobic? Yes. Me explaining it to my parents that I'm grateful for my amazing childhood, but at the same time pissed at them that they never gave me any good trauma so I can use for comedy. Kids these days!
Yet again, these people just want to be professional victims, and it's so sad. Okay, so I won't lie, that TikTok, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of them was satire. And the thing is, with these people, I can't tell if they're taking the mickey or if they're genuinely being serious. You know, I can't tell with some of these people if they're like being satire or if they're genuinely being dead-ass serious. I'm pretty sure most of these are satire. I mean, I hope they're satire. But you also do have to keep in mind there's people out there who think like that, especially with the Steve one. Like, imagine being mad because a white person uses Steve as their Minecraft character. Well, anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. That is some chronic online TikTok. If you want to see me look at more chronic online stuff, let me know. I definitely will. There's so much out there. And whenever I tell you there's a lot, I mean there's a lot. If you are new, hit that big red subscribe button and see you all tomorrow for another video.